And we see Arne bringing the Dragon Warrior into Mage. Whoa, Mate. What is Mate playing here, man?
I think he's playing a Control Shaman.
No. I will tell you what he's playing. He's playing the Death Rattle.
Oh, right.
The Death Rattle Shaman. He's playing with Ancestral Knowledge or some, like, no, Ancestral Spirit.
Yeah.
That's what give minion Death Rattle, resummon the minion. Play that with Earth Elemental. Also the Far Side is also really good. Picks up the Earth Elemental with that, and then that's gonna be ridiculously good. And also with Faces Manipulator on. This deck was pretty high legend, like in the last week. So I think he took this deck, and he wants to bring I thought he was gonna bring a pretty hard lineup.
Yeah, I know this deck as the Conceit Shaman.
The Conceit Shaman, yeah.
And it's all about the surprise factor as well. You're expecting aggressive, maybe even a totem-like, like more mid-range kind of shaman, but we've seen that one disappear the last couple of weeks, and now there is. Well, we saw crazy stuff earlier, but now we're gonna see a deck that we haven't seen before, and made is bringing all the decks this season.
Yeah, made is like the most. Yeah, how do I say that? He brought the most fun decks, right? The most new decks, Secret Paladin, some Zot Druids with Reno in it. Now this Shaman list again. He started the first weeks with only, full Katoon lineups when nobody else was playing Katoon. So that's actually, I don't know, man. I have to say props to Mate for doing this, and he's still #1 in the ranking. So even though he brought all those different type of decks, he brought all those what they call second or third tier decks, he was still managing to win a lot of games.
Yeah, but it's also a little bit about the surprise factor here. Yeah, so he can even go Faces Manipulator into that storm.
Yeah, but do you want to go for it?
Nah. So how much can you greed? That is the question here, because he has that Elemental Destruction.
Yeah, and Elemental Destruction looks okay. You can also decide to go for like double Stormcrack.
Double Stormcrack is also okay, because that Fury Dragon will be killed by the Lightning Storm.
Exactly, but also, you know you play against Dragon Warriors, so you know there are like Blackwing Corruptors and Azure Drakes, so maybe you want to save that Stormcracks later.
Yeah, he is going to go Elemental Destruction. He can play something right now.
And he rolls 3×4, so he wasn't actually lucky there, but he was lucky that there was no 5-health minion over there.
So yeah, Blackwing Corruptor is going to be an easy play here. Mate is going to be overloaded fully, so the Blackwing Corruptor is not going to be challenged. It's just going to be end turn here for Mate, but maybe he wants to take a little bit of time to think, but he does not.
Nope.
No thinking, and yeah, for Arne it's just go to the face and win this one.
Yeah, but he can actually make a really good play next turn. He can go for that Faces Manipulator, get the Korkron, trade something away, play a thing from below. But maybe he just decides to go for double Stormcrack.
Yeah, it's the thing with this the Shaman, if you play against it, you feel like you are winning, and then the whole match turns against you, and that's why it's called Conceit Shaman. The feeling of being totally in control, and then everything turns into glue. Maybe.
Yeah, what are you doing here? Yeah, maybe Lightning Storm, maybe gamble for that spell damage totem, but you're already on 12 HP, so he has to do at least something. He has to maybe remove, and
if you go Korkron, Faceless into Lightning Storm could also be.
You can also just go for like Faces Manipulator into double Stormcrack. So,
yeah.
And then you have a 100% clear. But it's gonna be really. Oh, he's going for it for that spell damage, but it's not happening for him. And now he has to make suboptimal plays with a double Stormcrack. Too bad he didn't draw the spell damage totem there. Otherwise, he could have gone for the full board clear there.
So now looking at the damage in the hand of Arne, he has let's see, 6-9. damage, and that's Dragonite Crusher is even going to be a 9/9 if he plays it. Yeah, why not?
Do you go for it? You get punished by Hex so hard if you play a card like that. But when you go for like Corcoran, you can get punished by like Lightning Storm or Elemental Destruction again.
If mCon finds a Hex here, he can face Manipulator it. And
ooh, Lava Shock. Maybe Farsight into Earth Elemental, into Ancestral. Oh no, he can't, but there's the Execute in the hand of Arne.
Yeah.
With that Inner Rage, so no matter what mate will play, there will be an Inner Rage Execute on it, even though if it's a town. Oh wow, he's going for Face Manipulator, and that saves Arne for one more turn, I guess. No, it isn't actually. You can go for Inner Rage Execute, trade the Corcoran and the Fury Dragon in the other one, and go for Face for 9 with the Dragonite Crusher.
That's gonna be 1-0 here for Arne. And he is going to take his first win against mCon, and mCon bringing an original Shaman, but not getting his first win in.
Yeah, it's not happening for mCon here. Is he gonna win a game with this deck? Did he even test it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that you know more about that one than I do, but...
I'm not sure, man. I know he was playing it for like a few games, but I didn't know he was gonna bring it to ESL, actually.
Oh, wait. I am doing it wrong here, so yeah, Arne wins with his Warrior, so he's now 1-0, and now I don't even know what the rest of the decks is for mCon, because now that Druid could be something totally different, and that Warrior could even be a Pirate Warrior or something.
The Pirate Warrior is so strong, man. If you can curve out in the early game, with your 1-2-3, you will probably win the game. So many damage in that Pirate Warrior with that Arcanite Reaper upgrade. It's ridiculous.
One of the things you have in Hearthstone is consistency. Same decks playing over and over again, and just do your best, play most optimal and win. But you also have the surprise factor, and mCon is bringing it here week after week. And
he's even playing Chilma. He's probably playing Enzel too, I guess. Or maybe he's even playing dragons in it. I didn't see him yet.
But we see Katoon Druid here for Arne, so nothing special there. Well, Klaxi Amber Weaver isn't a tech card, right? In
no, you see it quite often. It's a 4/10 for 4 mana. It's ridiculously strong, especially when you have that perfect curve with the Beckoner of Evil into Katoon's Chosen or a Disciple of Katoon.
Sometimes you see that people play Fandral and decide to lose the Klaxi. But,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we see that Arne plays the one with the Klaxi, and they're pretty good against aggro, I believe. You can trade so good. You can trade a lot of minions. But now it's a more slower matchup, so you're for mCon, so this could be better for him, right?
Yeah, it can definitely be better for the Druid, but there's also a problem for Druid that you don't have a way of dealing with minions. And if mate can get a full board of those Earth Elementals with Faces Manipulators and that Ancestral Spirit and stuff, it's gonna be so difficult for Arne to deal with all those 7/8s while you have already so less board clear. You only have that swipes, but that 1 damage on that Earth Elements is not gonna do it too much.
Oh, and now we also see in the hand of mCon, we see that healing he was missing last game. Yeah. So you can heal for 14 damage with a healing wave. But yeah, is he gonna Lava Burst that one? Lava Burst might be pretty important later on in the game. So
yeah, just draw here. It's fine. He doesn't have to do anything here yet. The Druid doesn't have Explosive Start. He played Bloodmage Thanos on turn 2. That signs that he's looking for cards, that he has a bad hand. But Arne has actually a pretty good hand with that Innervate into Drake, into Katoon's Chosen, into Druid of the Claw. So his curve is actually pretty good.
He even finds a Wrath. Yeah.
But mate doesn't have the Elemental Destruction yet. That's actually what I wanted to say, but there it is, the Elemental Destruction. But mate cannot actually clear everything, because the Katoon's Chosen has Divine Shield.
Yeah, and it looks like the deck of mCon, yeah, you first drop in a lot of health and then try to make some very efficient trades and then heal back up with the healing waves. But that Divine Shield is going to be pretty annoying, but he is still going for the Elemental Destruction.
Yeah.
And then the combination with the Lava Burst, it's going to be great. Yeah.
Going Lava Shock on that Katoon Chosen is insane. Full board clear here for him. But Arne finds that Fandral, and He has the Wrath and the Living Roots in hand, so on turn 7 he can go full ham with that Vandal, get some value out of that. Yeah, and mate can just go for... I don't know, man.
He is not overloaded because of the Lava Shock. So he has Faces Manipulator.
Yeah, he can also decide to go for Mana Titan to get some extra draw. He has so many removals, so I don't think he's really scared of one minion.
And he also has healing, so he's going for the long. He wants to go for a longer game than Arnie does. So he just wants to. He just plays not to die here, and Arnie wants to put under pressure. So.
Yeah. And Arnie is actually a pretty good hand. He can go for the Druid of the Claw into Sylvanas, into Rag 2 turns later, and May doesn't have a proper way of dealing with everything. Now, he has that Lightning Storm, but not the second element of destruction yet. And what is he gonna decide? He can also decide to face his Manipulator, but I still think he's gonna Mana Tide. Yeah, Mana Tide. He wants that Earth Elemental coming in to combo that with the Ancestral Spirit. Yeah, he doesn't have found the Earth Elemental yet. Even last game he didn't have it. And even this, and also this game, he doesn't find it.
So yeah, like you said, you can go ham with that Fandral. You can
really
clear the board here and get a good full board. But you don't play Savage Roar as a Cthulhu Druid, so it's not going to be that burst of the Savage Roar, but the burst of the Cthulhu. Wow.
That's a really good card. Made has so many expensive cards in hand, so this is going to be huge. And also, there's a little bit of a taunt effect. Arnie has to clear that Emperor Taurus, and you can't leave that one up on the board, especially when your opponent has a full hand with probably some big cards. Wow, he's not going for it. He really wants to clear that. Oh wow, and he finds the spell damage totem. That's insanely good for him.
Yeah, that is sick. Yeah, now he has to think about, do you want a Lava Shock here?
No, I don't think so. You don't. You want to save that Lava Shocks for your second Elemental Destruction, or when you have an insane Overload turn. I understand why Mate is killing that Fandral. That Fandral can be so scary.
I want to say something, but I'm feeling a sneeze coming up. But alright, yeah, Wild Growth, a little bit late for that. You might go for Azure Drake and Hero Power.
Yeah, Drake Hero Power seems fine. I think you have to clear that Wrath of the Air Totem.
Yeah, and you can do that with the Druid of the Claw. Might also do it with Living Roots, but...
No, you cannot do the Living Roots when you use Hero Power, actually.
Yeah, but instead of Hero Power, yeah, it feels dumb. But,
I think Hero Powering is the best here. Just Hero Power, trade the totem away. You don't have to pressure his life point that much, right? And you definitely don't want to leave the spell damage totem up. You know there are elemental destructions, so you already saw one. Yeah, already thinking about it though, but you just can't. Oh wow, he's risking it. Risk it for the biscuit.
So there's the hacks,
Yeah,
but it seems a little bit early. He can go for the healing wave, but
I think you just go Emperor here. But then you lose.
Emperors.
Then you lose to 50-50.
50-50, even 33%, right? Because
no, you can interfere Living Roots.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you have the
turn them away.
It's going to be a hard decision. He has also a thing from below and the healing wave to postpone a little bit.
Yeah, but the thing when you go for a play like that, it's gonna be really hard to come back because Arnie will just spam more minions on the board, and then the turn after you will die. Ooh, Sylvanas. And Sylvanas is actually great because when Arnie goes for that Ragnarok's play, there's just a chance Mate is gonna steal that Rag.
Yeah, but again, he's having a hard time here with with the Shaman. It's not shining as his previous decks have done. And yeah, Dark Orokoa even. So that might be a more safe play here for Arne.
Let me think what Arnie can do here. He can go for that Rag, and that gives him a 50-50 lethal. But if it hits the Sylvanas and it steals your Rag, there's still a slight chance you're gonna lose this. But I still think Arnie is going for it.
Yeah, why not?
Balls to the walls. And risk it to the biscuit.
And then you leave up to... Oh, yeah, make it a 50-50. Then you have to play Living Roots right now.
Yeah, definitely. You go for that. Oh, May must be like, please.
Wait, it is Arne's Ragnaros, so it's gonna hit face.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's actually true.
Spoiler, guys. The Ragnaros is hitting face. Told you.
Yeah, there we go. Arne winning the game. Yeah, we already know from the past weeks that Arne is like the best Ragnaros player in the entire world, I guess.
Why didn't you even think that Arne was not going for that Ragnaros play?
Yeah, that's actually true. He knows my Rag will always hit, so...
I believe that it was only once that his Rag did not hit this season.
Yeah, it was only once, yeah. And we said that, like, whoa, this is the first time it was not hitting, but... We have like 20 highlights from Rags hitting face, hitting 8-8 Fang Cleaves, 8-8 Sea Giants, like... It's ridiculous, man.
And now we have made queuing up his, I believe, his Control Warrior against Arne. And yeah, Made having a bit of a control lineup here.
Yeah, Made playing the Katoon Warrior, yeah. They say it's pretty good against Shaman, but if Shaman has that explosive start...
Oh,
yeah, it's Katoon, it's definitely Katoon. Yeah, it's Katoon Control Warrior.
Yeah.
But Made has actually a really good hand with that Warax and that Disciple of Katoon. There we go.
But look at the hand of Arne. That hand has Tunnel Truck, Totem Golem.
Yeah. But you don't play Tunnel Truck and then curve out. You always go for, when you have that one drop, you go for Coin Totem Golem and then go for your one drop. So you play around Warax.
Yeah, just make sure that that doesn't happen. Yeah, he plays the Warax just for the tempo. But now you have the Argent Squire here.
He could have attacked there, so he had the Disciple of the Katoon or the Ravaging Ghoul next turn, and has a full board clear, so I'm not sure if this was correct though. Because otherwise he had a full board clear now, but... Is he going for it? He's thinking about playing the shield block here, but then you go too far behind on the board. I don't think he can go for that. He has to clear that Totem Golem. And we see in Arne's hand not a proper way of... Ooh, there's that 7-7, yeah, no, and Mate doesn't have a Shield Slam or an Execute, so Mate will be... But maybe will be really happy when he draws into that.
So the Horse Rider is going to clear the board, but yeah, it only leaves 2-1, and that Disciple of Katoon can remove it. Of course you can get a lot of life back with the Shield Block and might draw into a Shield Slam or even an Execute. So,
not exactly what you were looking for, but the Disciple of Katoon is actually pretty good. When Arne goes for that 7-7, he can just bash and face tank it with the face, and then trade the Katoon into it, and just clear that pretty easy.
So, yeah, some options. Rockbiter Doomhammer seems to be a great bursty finisher, so you want to keep that. So, yeah, playing with a faceless it is. And now Made has to deal with this.
Ooh, Shield Slam is so good in here. You can just Shield Block, Shield Slam, face tank.
Yeah.
But this is a slight misplay by Mate, actually. He should have face tanked first. Because now he's losing all his armor. Oh wow, he's trading his 2-1 away. And saving the weapon, and that's actually well played, because all the minions of Shaman, like the Feral Spears, the Tunnel Trove, the Seraphini, they all have 3 health, so pretty well played by Mate here, thinking about that.
So let's see, he finds Justica Truard. Is that too slow? Do you have to remove first?
You just go for it as fast as possible. Also contest the Totem Golem here.
Yeah.
And you want to have the 4 extra health every single turn.
Yeah, now it's going to be pretty hard here. So, Doomhammer is slowing you down a little bit because of the overload, but it's going to give you a lot of damage. And with the Rockbite potential, yeah, you have to be fast. The longer the game goes, the more damage, the more armor the warrior is going to build. He has Shield Block, Bash.
And also that Haitian Shield Bearer. It's not activated yet, but there are a lot of Katoon buffers in the deck of Mate, so sooner or later that Asian Shield Bearer will get that 10 extra armor, and maybe you can combo it even with the Brand Bronzebeard to get 20 armor from one single card.
Yeah, now he's thinking about the Doomhammer, what he is going to do with it. Is he even going to trade here? Is he going to tank 12 damage?
Why would you do that?
He wants to have board control, I believe. He wants to protect his Totem Golem, because next turn he can play the Feral Spirits. But there is a great draw from mCon. He has drawn into Brawl, so if there is a big board building up, he can move it.
mCon is playing that Acolyte for some extra card. He's still looking for that second Cthulhu buff card, so that Ancient Shield Bearer will get 10 armor to him. And he's still looking for it. And is Arne gonna waste something to do to kill that Acolyte? It's gonna be really difficult for Arne to kill the warrior, since he has that tank up now. He gets 4 health every single turn, and he still has that bash. He still has the Ancient Shield Bearer. I don't think Arne has enough damage to kill him off, but he gets the steady shot, so that denies the tank up a little bit.
Now he might go a little bit more aggressive here with the Channel Shock and the Feral Spirits, and now that Brawl looks really good.
That Brawl's really good now.
So yeah, he's gonna use his Totem Golem, swing twice to the face.
Oh, there's the Brand. So on turn 10, there is a Brand Ancient Shield Bearer possibility, and now mCon has a really good turn with that Brawl into Bash.
Yes, so Brawl, let's see what gets removed. He gets a full board clear, he gets up to 28 health, and then with that Sylvanas even, he can also get Brand Bronzebeard into Twin Emperor Veckler.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
But the Cthulhu cards have not yet been activated. Cthulhu is still at 8, so he's looking for an activator still.
If he finds that the Beckoner of Evil, he's gonna get that armor in. Arne pushing the phase again, but he knows that the tank up is gonna hurt him so much.
So there's a Furorax. You just remove the Flame Juggler, play Sylvanas?
Yeah, you can go for that. You can even go for remove the Flame Juggler, just tank up.
Yeah, that's also a possibility. He goes for Bran, and well, that's also, it has a little bit of a taunt, because you definitely don't want to leave Bran up, and that might just soak up 2 of those Doomhammer charges, and there are only 2 left. So I think that's a good player from mCon. Think from below.
Think from below, 5-5. Pretty hard to do it for mCon. He doesn't have a proper way of doing that. He has the 8-8 Cthulhu. Maybe he's just going for that 8-8 Cthulhu. Is he gonna trade that Brand? Yeah. It looks so awkward for Arne to do this, but I think he still has to go for it, right?
Okay, if he didn't kill it, there was 16 damage coming in from Cthulhu, and now with that thing from below, it might be removed. So it's, yeah, you have the weapon. It definitely is going to get removed. The thing from below. Just go for Cthulhu, put under pressure.
Yeah, I think you just play Cthulhu here.
I have no time.
Oh wow, he's going for that so fun. Why didn't you just slam down Cthulhu here?
Well, this is the more safe play.
Yeah, but what can Arne actually draw to deal with that Cthulhu, right?
I have no idea. Maybe he is thinking about hacks, but that doesn't matter that much. So, but with the smaller minions now being on the board, that Cthulhu can do a lot of damage. But there's a Totem Golem.
And now that Cthulhu has to do some work to remove everything.
And there's a Shield Slam. So he can use his weapon and the Shield Slam.
Yeah, and now he's still going for Cthulhu. I don't really like why he didn't just go for Cthulhu last turn. And this is it, right?
Yeah, this is going to be it.
Oh no. Not yet, it's 11. It's not lethal yet, but also the Shield Slam is not enough yet. And there we go. Now we can go for Beckoner of Evil into 10 armor into Shield Slam. And win the game from that.
Yeah, looks good. It looks like we're going to go to a 2-1. And
what?
There it is.
What did mCon actually do there? Why didn't he just go for Shield Slam and go face there?
He's just having fun. He's just messing a little bit with the head of Arne. If he wants to win, maybe that is a little bit of an advantage. So it's a 2-1. And yeah, that's we have seen the Shaman deck here of Arne. We know that that is an aggressive one. And we know that was it was a control one, and he won. He did not lose with that one. So now I want to know what the Druid deck is here for mCon.
Yeah, I still think it's gonna be a Katoon Druid. But Arnie still said Shaman, and is the Katoon Druid good against Shaman? Yeah, it can actually be good against Shaman. There's so many big towns, but the only problem is when you play against an aggro Shaman like Arnie does, you don't have any heals. So when Arnie has a pretty high pressure in the early game, there's no...
Yeah, you have to find the innervate here and see what you get. Because if you can innervate a big minion out of there, maybe a Druid of the Claw, you can stall the game enough. But Living Roots also okay to contest the board, just like the Disciple of Katoon.
Yeah, we see a pretty good start for mCon, but we also see a pretty good start from Arne. Ooh, and that Twin Fackler is so important against Shaman. They don't have a proper way of dealing with that. The Lava Burst is only 5, and the Twin Fackler is always 6 health. So if mate goes for Living Roots, he can coin out that Disciple of Katoon the turn after to kill off that Tunnel Troll.
Yeah, and then he contests also that Totem Golem. So yeah, Living Roots being played, 2 1/1s on the board, and Lava Burst, the second one being drawn. So a lot of burst potential in the mid game for Arne if he finds a way to deal with this.
Yeah, that Disciple of Katoon is so huge against it. He can even decide to go for Twilight Elder first, but that's a little bit greedy, I guess.
Yeah, you were at 2-1 here, so if you were at 2-0, you might do it. But being 2-1, yeah. So there's another Tunnel Trog. You could go for that one, or just, yeah, if you put on a totem, you reduce that thing from below, and next turn you can play that one.
But maybe that's actually a way of dealing with that Totem Golem, but do you want to actually? Ooh, and there's the Bran. Yeah, but if you go for Bran, Arne has a really good turn with that Tunnel Troll into Lava Burst. Do you go for Raven Idol? Maybe you can pick up something up and just hero power to kill off that Totem Golem.
Well, the other thing is, you want to make sure that a Twin Emperor Veckler is activated on turn 7. Now Katoon is on 9. You want to... How much is Shaman wanting to trade? I think he wants to play a thing from below, just keep going face, maybe?
It's a really difficult turn for Arne. If he didn't pick up that Doomhammer there, he would probably have gone for Tunnel Troll Lava Burst, but when he saw that Doomhammer, he's like, oh yeah, I really want to play the Doomhammer next turn, so he's probably going for a little bit of suboptimal play this turn, so he has a better play next turn. But that thing from below is still pretty good. It's a 5/5 down for 4 mana. It's like, I still think one of the best 4 drop in the game. Does it look like it? And now that Twilight Elder survives, that Twin Fackler will be activated next turn.
Yeah, so we see the Raven Idol, and...
Swipe.
Nope, another Raven Idol, maybe.
But look at the Mark of Nature.
Yeah, give him minion, +4 attack. That's,
or +4 health and taunt.
Also, yeah.
I think that's even better for him. And that's what made us thinking about. Do I go for that Raven Idol and hope I can get something? But he's also like, I want to play Wild Growth so I can play Sylvanas next turn into Twin Veckler. Yeah.
I'm gonna go for Raven Idol here.
Maybe Innervate. Not Force of Nature, one part of the combo. If he gets the Savage Run out, just kidding, guys.
So Wild Growth being played, yeah, he wants to get that Sylvanas on the board, and now Katoon is activated, so we're gonna see Sylvanas into Twin Emperor Veckler, but that Rock Biter.
Look the damage in the hand of Arne. He has double Lava Burst with that Rock Biter. That's like 15 damage.
So let's count for next turn. Next turn he has 18. 18 plus 5, no, 18 plus 6. So that's it, right? That's 24.
What can mate do actually to... It's like 15 from the hand. It's 23 damage.
24 even, right? With the spell totem.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Holy. What? Is mate really playing around it? Whoa, he actually is. And if Arne decides to go full ham here... The Twin Fackler... If Arne decides to wait one extra turn... Oh, whoa, wait. Oh no, he cannot play the Flame Tome here. Okay, so if Arne decides...
Why can he not play the Flame Tongue?
He can, but he cannot play Rockbiter, Lava Burst, and Flame Tongue.
But if you play Rockbiter... Oh no, yeah, it's too little.
But I still think if Arne thinks, okay, I wait one extra turn and remove that brand with the weapon.
Why not just go for Flame Tongue Totem, go for the burst with the Rockbiter, do everything. Because next turn there's no way that the Druid can heal. So next turn you have lethal.
Yeah, I also think that's the best, but
yeah, just go for it.
But he puts him on 10 now. He puts him on 8, so that double lava burst is also winning in the game. Oh well, he puts him on 3.
Yeah.
And that double lava burst is definitely gonna do it. So this is game for Arne, and he's taking the first spot in the... Or is LB Dutch Boy #1 now?
That is a good question. So we're gonna do that after the game. So there's a lot of Twin Emperors Veclinage, and there's Lava Burst. That's gonna be it. Arne wins against mCon, and now we have to do some counting. So yeah.
So in the start of the evening, we thought like this is gonna be really difficult. 4 or 5 people getting a 4-3 score, tiebreakers and stuff. And now after 2 matches, everything was already decided. Now we just have to look who's first, second, and third.